Hey, you guys. Today I want to talk to you about your in-laws or your future in-laws. So, this is what mom has to say about that. Bottom line, you need to like them. If you don't like your in-laws, I suggest you think again about marrying into that family. And I know that seems that might seem like going way too far. Like, no, you know what? The things that you're going to tell yourself are, you're going to tell yourself it's going to get better. They're going to change. They're not. They are who they are. They didn't raise children old enough to get married without having some kind of consistency. I'll just tell you that much right now. But part of the reason why it's really important for you to like your in-laws, and listen, if you don't like your in-laws, sure, we might not like everything about them. And if that's the case, and if you insist on going against my advice and marrying into a family where you don't like your in-laws, you must not do that and break my second piece of advice, which is if you can't like your in-laws, the person that you're marrying must be strong enough to stand up to them. Because I'm telling you right now, if you break both those rules, you're going to have some doozies of fights with your significant other. You really will. Like, you might be able to break one of them, but you cannot break both of these rules when it comes to in-laws. So I want you guys to consider that before you get married. I'll tell you what, I have been married and divorced, and I broke both my rules the first time, and it wasn't really a rule that I had then, but I guess I should have. I've learned. I've learned since then, and I'll tell you, I've had some doozies of a row with my mother-in-law now, and it's taken a long time to get over them. And it's interesting. I was asking my dad the other day. We were sitting around the campfire, and I said, Dad, considering all the history that's gone on, all the water under the bridge between me and my mother-in-law, what advice would you give me? And he says, if I were you, I would phone them up and say, how's it going? And that's all my dad would say to me. He said, well, I guess that's not all he said. He said, I would phone them up, I would say, how's it going? And then when I got a chance, I would drive down and visit them and spend a bit of time with them and just let it go. My in-laws live in a different country, so right now, of course, we can't go because Canada is in lockdown. But I haven't always gotten along with my in-laws, but the one thing about this that I didn't do the first time is that my significant other can stand up to his parents. And so you might be able to break one of them, but you can't break both, and you might be able to mend relationships, but you're never going to change people. And you're marrying into that family. When you marry your significant other, you're committing to that family, and even though they might live in a completely different country, they're still part of your family, and you need to remember that. Love your in-laws, and if you don't love your in-laws, make sure that your significant other is strong enough to stand their ground when things get rough. And don't lie to yourself about it. Seriously, kids, don't lie to yourself about it. Anyways, you guys will be excited to hear that I definitely took my dad's advice in the phone call part and had the best conversation, 2.5 hours long, and I hadn't spoken to my mother-in-law in months and months and months. So I'm willing to take my own advice. That's all I have to say about that, you guys. So remember, Mom would say, you would have to like your in-laws, or you have to have a partner strong enough to stand up to them. And if you break both of those pieces of advice, I told you so. Good luck. I'm just kidding. Well, no, I'm not kidding. I am serious, but I do love you. And There's always solutions, but I love you. I love you guys to pieces, and I hope you have a brilliant and amazing day. And good luck with your in laws. Make good choices, kids. Have a great day.